Hello guys, welcome to Ink 33. This channel contains the spoilers of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. If you have not watched the previous episode, Final Decisive Battle, Part 6. The link is down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and also hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Final Decisive Battle, Part 6. What the heck are you doing? When I thought that, go, power! I ran out of power at the last moment. Veldora-san insisted on something which was no more than an excuse. I guess he was fine. Although I didn't really feel the need to be worried about him, I couldn't help it considering his unusual antics. He looked awful, but there seemed to be no other problems. That's right. After all, Veldora-san was the only one who suffered any damage from that big explosion. Everyone else seemed to be unharmed. What a relief. Oh well, if it's Veldora-san, I felt a mysterious reassurance that he would turn out okay even if he was seriously injured. Since his real body was inside me, it wasn't an exaggeration. What are you doing? Didn't you boast that you will be fine? Grrr, that's my line. Why did the corridor suddenly close even though I tried to suppress the explosion with force? When I asked him, mixed with a sigh, Veldora angrily asked back at me. Corridor, did he mean the soul corridor? It's because Veldora had been the one most wasteful with Master's magic essence. I wanted to teach him a lesson, so I calculated that it will go out of control, but that it will only damage him and close the soul corridor at the perfect moment. You did what? Rather, Shield-san appeared to be angry for some reason. Although she had said that Veldora could use it as much as she liked in the previous conversation, what's with the sudden change of attitude here? In the first place, I've been suppressing the uses so that the energy won't be used inefficiently. As for this, Veldora is. When I saw you absorbing the energy, I thought I wanted to copy it too. Even though it was just a bit more and I would have completed it and powered up myself too. No. I think that's impossible. I guess this is what people will call flabbergasted. I never said to him not to copy someone else, but I wish in such a tense situation we had here, he wouldn't try something that he couldn't do. First of all, how can Veldora power up himself if he didn't have the ability to convert energy? It was a simple task. All he had to do was to suppress and offset it normally. It's amazing that he could deliberately mess up. Veldora-san probably tried to blend in with a large amount of energy he tried to draw out from me while suppressing it with his own full power. Did he assume that by doing that he will forcibly take in the altered energy? Not just that. He tried to pour the energy through the soul corridor when he couldn't get used to it smoothly. Rather than a power-up, he probably planned a recycling. I see. Certainly Shield-san could deal with it easily, but it would be risky if sending weird things became a habit. She's right by refusing as she seemed to be conveniently used as someone who took care of things when he was in trouble. Since he couldn't deal with it himself, he pushed it to Shield-san and took the energy as he pleased. Even Shield-san will flip out over that. Though she meant to rack him over the coals, she probably wanted to punish Veldora. As expected, not even Veldora could deal with it since Shield-san had done it when he was unprepared for something like that. Oh well, Shield-san probably determined the moment when he couldn't handle it though. I was surprised that such foolish exchanges were happening without my knowledge. No matter how I look at it, isn't that your own fault? It's not fair that only Rimuru can use such a confident ability. Don't go grr at me. Are you a kid? Oh well, whatever. His foolishness was quite painful for everyone to see. Veldora, you! See, even Belgan put the sword over her shoulder, ensuing glaring this way with half-open eyes, you know. It's very scary that Belzard is smiling but her eyes aren't. I told that to Beldora through eye contact. Oh no, so Beldora, whose face turned miserable, seemingly wanted to say. It seemed he realized that he was getting a bit too full of himself and he looked back and forth between me and his two sisters in panic. Well, practice is the key. Even you will be able to use it if you keep doing your best. So be diligent. Therefore help me to defeat Belda first. I decided to give Beldora a helping hand. My reason was it will be a bother if he ended up sulking, but Beldora-san, who was shivering before his two older sisters, looked pitiful if I didn't do anything. I acted like this time he just messed up a bit and everything was going as planned from the start. I guess so. It seems I had been a bit too overconfident. One has to learn humbleness or something like that, right? Alright. Then I will return inside and lend you my strength. Until the end, Beldora was still glossing over his coolness and returned back inside me as if he was running away. You owe me one for this. Since it was a good chance, I decided to make Beldora-san reside inside my katana. I got Beldora-san's agreement and put Beldora, who underwent True Dragon Code transformation, into the katana. It didn't feel like being stingy in this seemingly final decisive battle. I thought that it was great that I could retype Beldora back smoothly since Belda would be very cautious if he were to see Beldora transforming in front of his eyes. Since I pretended that I retrieved him back because he was hurt, Belda wouldn't notice the change in my katana. Beldora-san's mischievous conducts were surprising, but it might result in something good. Well, with this, my preparation was complete, and I only had to defeat Belda now. I could ignore the effects on my surroundings since this is the sky. If I use my full power on the surface, it will become a serious problem due to environmental destruction. I did cut apart the ocean before. The follow-up afterward was very hard. It seemed that when Guy and Milim fought each other long ago, they ended up creating a barren desert. With that said, the heaven could be set as a perfect place. Hey, need help? Guy asked. I was happy with the offer, but I will be fine alone. Because I plan to swing Beldora's sword. It will be a big problem if anyone got involved. No, me alone is enough. However, since I'm planning to unleash a bit of my full power, so it will be quite helpful if you help Ramirez with the barrier. I don't want Belda to run away from this place and just want things absolutely ensure. Oh, you are quite confident. Okay, leave that to me. Guy nodded and began to help Ramirez in reinforcing the different wall barrier that covered up the heaven. I'm counting on you, Rimuru. Milim looked at me with eyes full of anticipation, and following after Guy, she started to pour her power into Gaia in her embrace. It seemed that she was helping with the barrier's reinforcement. May fortune smile in your favor, Rimuru-sama. Diablo encouraged me while he was tending to Tensura and the other two. Let's finish this quickly and rebuild our country. I'm looking forward to it. If by any chance I got defeated, surely you're just. It's impossible for Rimuru-sama to lose. Diablo declared so with a tremendous faith. I didn't have any intention to lose, but my victory wasn't guaranteed either. Diablo didn't seem to think that I could lose at all. Sensei, I'll finish everything. It seems I can finally save you. Aye, Sensei, if Sensei looks about to lose. Don't worry, it's impossible for me to lose, you know. Whether that's true or not, I will prove it right away. I cheerfully quoted Diablo's word and Chloe finally smiled. Yes, I will be waiting for it. I could feel the strain behind her words, that she would be waiting for me as her tense expression seemed to soften a bit. I was worried about Chloe, who was kind of unstable, but she will be fine now. Guy, Milim, Ramirez, Chloe, Diablo, and Testarossa, and the others. Belzert and Belgrind, the two dragon sisters, and Belgaia, who was maintaining the different wall barrier. Everyone's gazes were concentrated on my back, and I raised one hand to answer it. I maintained my gaze to Belda. Sorry to keep you waiting. Well, let's get started. Shut up, don't get full of yourself just because you won over these mobs. It will be easy for me to massacre all of you if I get serious. Ah, is that so? I think it's impossible, but try if you can. My and Bella's sides intersect simultaneously with my katana and his sword. At that moment, a clear sound echoed in the place, as the severed tip of a blade flew into the air and stuck on the ground. Bella's face was dyed with shock. Naturally, it was before I slashed Bella's sword with my katana. Moreover, the shockwave caused by my surging slash blew away half of the remaining castle. The delayed echoes were the sound of the destroyed castle crumbling. Let's deliver the final blow on Bella, with the sound as his requiem. Bella had created a new sword without panicking. It was impressive that he immediately regained his calm, but it had been proven before that his sword was no match against Beldora's sword. I swung the katana again and slashed Belda's sword off. I thought it was amazing that he could create many god-class swords, but even I could do something similar. It wasn't an ability that needed to be fussed over so much. It can't be. Although mine is ranked the lowest, it's definitely a god-class sword. No. What is with his sword? Impossible. Could it be a Genesis class? He seemed to finally have noticed it. About my katana, Beldora's sword. It was my first time hearing Genesis class or something like that, but I didn't really care about such a thing. Its silver blade is dyed with aura, thinly cladding it and emitting jet black radiance on its blades. The glove blade patterned undulatingly beautifully, giving off a very fantastic beauty. It's really a shame to call a sword with an unserious name as Beldora's sword. Oh well, Beldora's real form is also jet black colored, and he looks magnificent and beautiful if he shuts his mouth though. Hey, did you think of something really rude just now? Nope, everything is fine. I feel like I heard some kind of dissatisfied voice, but let's not worry about it. I don't know what class this sword is. It has nothing to do with defeating you. Come now, let's end our warm-ups and quickly show me what you can really do. I have plenty of time, but they are not for playing with you. I declared at Belda as I wanted to finish this soon. There was no point to keep playing with him. I thought about becoming serious soon. However, I perceived something was wrong with Belda. What I can really do, you said? Don't you dare underestimate me, for I am the true successor of Belda Naba. With an expression distorted by anger and humiliation, Belda brought his hands together. Then he shouted, "Divine sword summon!" and a sword harboring omnious power was summoned. Unlike his previous creations, it was a mysterious sword that clearly was of a high rancor. I shall give you my praises for making me take out the sword, my last resort. This Genesis Beldanava sword. It was a beautiful sword, a large long sword with a slight inward curved blade. The blade shined with blue glow as if the blade itself emitting the light. Contrary to its appearance, its mass might be comparable to a planet. It was a cluster of super high dense energy. It seemed to be a Genesis class thingy he mentioned earlier, so we became equal in terms of weapon or something like that. As I expected, it was unlikely for me to win easily, but this was within my expectations. Rimiro, it was beyond my expectation that you will possess a sword comparable to this one and only Genesis class. You know. However, since I have pulled out this sword, it's over for you. Belda declared with his restored confidence. Then he swung down the sword toward me. His movement was exactly what you would call as god speed. It might be impossible to react to it if it was not me. However, from my point of view, Belda's movement was really cord. Although I said that the warm-up was over, is he still testing me? Or perhaps he underestimated me this late in the game because I was lower ranked than him. I didn't mind either way though, since I will just do what I had to do. Too slow. I muttered a few words and swung my katana. Belda hurriedly changed the trajectory of his sword and stopped my katana. However, he was unable to bear with the overwhelming shock wave that occurred when our blades clashed, and he was blown away while breaking several pieces of rubber as he rolled over the ground. However, that was strange. It was certainly a terrifying shockwave, but I only felt it was like a breeze. Was this guy perhaps? Could it be that was his full power? I thought. There was no way that was true and denied that thought. When I met Belda in the Imperial capital, I felt a very threatening presence from him. If he fought that time, I thought that it was very probable for me to lose. And yet, it didn't feel the same threat from him now. Of course, Master, it's evolving every day after all. To answer my questions, Shiol-san declared so as if what she said was natural. Hey, didn't you say that super straining or something like that was not possible? And yet, why did I feel like I'm getting super strong? Master is an exception. Plus, there's an exception even for everything else. Isn't that a double standard? For Shiol-san to conclude her explanation with a double standard, how formidable she had become. Damn it! If only Raphael. If only I got my hands on Raphael, I could become the ultimate form. Belda began shouting something he regretted. Raphael, did he mean the ultimate skill that I had? Shiol-san had said it was unnecessary and erased it after the synthesis. But was it really such an important skill? I had that skill before, but it's already gone now, you know. Unfortunately, but there was no possibility for your wish to come true. With the invitation to break his heart and a bit of compensation, I coolly informed Belda. Our fight's outcome will be decided by the ones whose heart broke first. Therefore, what I said will become decisive blow against Belda. It can't be. Raphael is gone? Then I can't prove that I am Belda Naba. Belda muttered unclear words with his hollow expression. How foolish. Even if he supposedly was able to manifest your skill, it will be impossible for an impostor to be acknowledged as Belda Naba. Shiol sent her thoughts as if to deal the final blow on Belda. Could you send your thoughts to everyone like that? Or rather, what did you mean with acknowledging Belda Naba or something like that? I just said what was appropriate. Please don't mind it. Is that true? Shiol-san said that she said that to break Belda's heart, but she didn't hide something, right? Without my knowing, it seemed that means of communication had increased. Shiol-san was really full of mysteries. It's okay, there's no problem. No, it's not that. Oh well, whatever. She might be not lying, but I didn't think she said the truth either. It can't be. I am Beldanava. I won't accept this. If only I had Raphael. The real Lucia will acknowledge me. Beldanava shouted as if he went mad and attacked me without care of anything. But his weak attacks wouldn't work on me. I easily repelled his sword and blew Belda away for the second time. I guess it was not a fight anymore. His heart was broken too. What was left for me was to deal the final blow. When I thought so, it's Rimuri's victory. A hot guy said that. Hey, if you say something like that. Wow, guy, when you say something like that, if I remember correctly, you will set off a flag. Saying something like that is quite famous in the industry, you know. That's right, I also studied Rimuri's manga. It's a taboo to say something like that, you know. Ramirez and Milim came to stop Guy faster than I was. However, not just Guy, the two dragon sisters also joined the fray. What are you guys trying to say? No matter how you look at it, isn't this Rimuri's complete victory? That's true, Belda has tremendous power for a fake, but as I expected, he's not comparable with the real Anui. He doesn't seem to be a match for that absorbed slime. The two of them eagerly said those words as if the crisis had passed. Like I said, it will be a lead up before the enemy gets stronger. So stop with the statement like that. That's right. They call this cleans, you know. Milim shouted and Ramirez agreed to her. However, they were already too late. Velda stood up while laughing. Have we lost it? No, rather than that. His expression is, I knew it. It was as I had expected. Rimuru-san. With a smile I knew very well, he called me with his clear voice. This sensation, this guy is without a doubt. Is that you, Yuki? Yes. Long time no see. As I expected, Belda couldn't win against you. However, it's not a problem. He had on me plenty of time. Well, shall we start? The final battle between you and me? While still smiling, Yuki said so and pointed Genesis Beldanava sword at me.